to these few short videos that we've got together. My name is Aisling and I'll be guiding us through. And the aim of these videos is through practices like yoga, through meditation, through breath work, that we find a little more calm to the chaos that we're finding right at the moment, a space where you can relax, we can settle in, or maybe you can find some ease. So all you'll need is a yoga mat if you've got one. If not, that's okay too. You might choose to use a towel or a blanket. Just making yourself at home and joining in as best as you can. So for today's practice, we'll actually start lying down on our back. So as you're ready, you'll make your way there. You'll bend the knees, the soles of the feet will come together and the knees will fall apart. And the feet might be close in towards you or they might be far away. You might have the palms to meet a part of the body. They might reach palms facing up, or you might take them back for a little more opening through the front of the body, your choice. And just closing down the eyes as you allow the whole body to settle, to soften. As you tune in a little more fully to the rhythm of your breath. Noting that relationship that the breath has with your physical shape. The changes that it makes almost from the inside out. The expansion, the lifting away of the body, away from the mat as you breathe in. And then the softening, the heaviness back down, the ease as you breathe out. Just take a few more rounds like that with your breath. Take 2 more. One more in. And let it out. And as you're ready, please take your hands towards the outer edges of the thighs. Draw the knees in towards one another and then hug your knees into your chest. You'll start to find some nice circles through the knees. So straightening the arms, lengthening knees away as you breathe in. And then bending elbows, knees to chest as you breathe out. Just take a few rounds like that with your breath. Really slow, getting some movement into the back of the body. And then change direction, move in the opposite way. Slow, steady with your breath. Take one more in. And out. And then land both feet to the mat. The feet will be about tickling distance from the fingertips. The palms face down beside you as you ground your feet. Start to lift your hips away from the mat. Eye gaze in between the central line of the body. Press your feet as you squeeze the glutes, inhale. And then slowly lower your way back down as you breathe out. We'll repeat that now, but lifting arms all the way up. Inhale, hips rise, arms lift. And the arms come up and overhead towards the back of your mat. Take a pause at the very top. And then as you breathe out, exhale, lower hips, lower arms, all the way back down. Beautiful. We'll take 4 more like that. Inhale, lift. Arms and hips rise, really slow. Exhale, slowly lower down. 3 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Slow it right down. in. Exhale. Last round, breathe in. And lower. And then take your right leg long, left knee will hug into your chest. Give the knee a squeeze. Soften both shoulders down, that bottom foot is active, the toes are flexing. And then keep that right hand on your left knee, left arm reaches up to the left. Find a twist as the left knee draws to the right. Maybe your gaze towards the left, maybe up ahead, or maybe also over to that right side. Keep that left shoulder nice and grounded as you breathe in. And let it out. And then come back through center. Give the knee one final squeeze in. And then let it long down to back of mat. Right knee hugs in. See if you can lengthen the back of your neck, your chin a little more to your chest. The shoulders are heavy, breath even. In and out. And then take your right arm off to the right. Left hand guides that right knee across the body. Maybe hips shift a little as you find your twist. That right shoulder is heavy. Breath even as you be and breathe here. One more in. And out. And then come back through center. Squeeze the knee back in, and then take your left knee in to meet your right. You'll cross over your ankles, hands to the tops of your knees, and for a bit of fun, rock and roll all the way up and down the back. Take 3, and then come up onto tabletop, hands and knees. From there, you'll tuck your toes, lift chin and chest, breath in. And then peel yourself up and back, downward facing dog as you breathe out. And then you might bend knees, shake hips, find a little more movement through your down dog shape. Maybe the feet spin to one side and you bend the knee, getting a little more opening through the side body. And then come back as you're ready. Settle into stillness as you take a deep breath in. And let it out. One more in. And out. And then bend your knees, look forward. Slowly step all the way to the top of the mat. Feet are apart, knees bent deep as you grab opposite elbows. Find a gentle sway left and right. Keep your head nice and heavy as you soften. And then release your hands and slowly roll your way up to stand. Let your head come up very relaxed. Your shoulders will soften down your back as you stand nice and tall through the soles of your feet. Now from here, we'll interlace our thumbs and spread the fingers nice and wide. Arms will reach up. Breathe in as you stand tall, fingers searching for the ceiling. And then take the weight all the way over to left side as you breathe out. So getting some nice length through that right side body. Breathe in. And out. Come back through center. Inhale, find length. And come all the way over to the right side as you breathe out. Keep the fingers lengthening, arms engaged. Breathe in. And out. Back through center. Palms meet overhead as you fold all the way down to the mat. You'll take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Then land your hands, step that left leg towards the back of the mat. Your knee stays lifted. You're right on the fingertips of that left hand as you now start to peel that right arm all the way open towards the ceiling. Back leg is active, the knee lifting for ceiling as that right hip peels back. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Lower the hand back down as you breathe out. And step that left foot back forward. Take a forward fold. Hands to shins for a halfway lift. And then fold forward deep as you breathe out. Reach arms wide and up to the ceiling. Inhale, rise. Back to heart as you exhale. Here we stay for a round of breath in. And then both arms up. Inhale. Bend your knees, soften as you fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands land, step your right leg back, exhale, breath. So again, high on the fingertips of that right hand. Back leg is active, knee is lifting. Left arm now heels open towards the ceiling. So you can even draw that left hip back as the right lifts a little more. And then softly lower down. Keep your chest high, your hips low, breath in. And then step forward into a forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold forward, breath out. Reach arms high to ceiling, inhale, lift. Back to heart. Stay for a round of breath in. And take your feet nice and wide, so about hip width-ish apart. Your arms will reach forward, but the shoulders will soften down your back. And bend your knees, sink your hips. Take your weight more into the heels rather than leaning forward, so we're leaning nice and foot is straight back as we sink. And then imagine like you've got something in between your knees, like you're squeezing together. Feel the glutes start to activate. The weight more into the heels if you can. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise all the way up. Give the legs a little shake. And hands back to heart. Beautiful. From there, take your feet together. Bend your knees, similar action like before, but feet are together. The hips sink and the arms will rise up, what we call a chair pose. So the shoulders softening, the spine is long, so rather than drawing the tailbone out and drawing the ribs forward, the ribs draw into spine and that tailbone drops towards the mat. Inhale, breath. Take your hands to your heart as you breathe out. Long spine, lengthen. And take a twist to your right, left elbow outside of right knee. Now you might look down, just see that neither knee has crept forward. And then soften through that left shoulder as it peels forward. Right shoulder peels back. Hips are low, chest is high, breath in. And out. And then return back to chair pose. Inhale. Hands back to heart. Exhale, breath. Long spine. Inhale. And take your twist to the left as you breathe out. Again, maybe drawing towards the knees, having a look. And then peeling that left shoulder open. Stay for 2. 1, and then rise all the way up. Give the legs a nice bit of reprieve. Hands to heart. And then from there, we'll find a bit of a balancing shape. The feet will be apart, and the arms will reach wide. Inhale. From here, as you lower, that right arm will wrap underneath your left. So you might grab opposite palms or opposite shoulders. Didn't quite get that. Right arm under your left. The elbows bend. Grab palms or opposite shoulders. Now from there, bend your knees, sink your hips. Keep the spine nice and tall and spread the sole of your left foot. Come onto the ball of your right, lift the knee, and then wrap that right knee around the back of your left. Now you might reach the back of the calf like me, the foot might reach wide, or the toes might come to the mat if you need a little more balance today. Wherever you are, find that point of focus and sit nice and tall. Breathe in and out. One more, well done. In and out. Release the feet, reach the arms nice and wide. Inhale. And then we reverse that now, taking left arm underneath your right. Bend the knees, sink your hips. Step into your right foot, left knee bends, ball of left foot. Take that left knee up and around, maybe wrapped once, maybe twice, maybe apart, maybe to the mat. Wherever you are, see can you soften the shoulders as you stand tall. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Release the legs, reach all the way up. Inhale. And back to heart. Exhale. Stay for a round of breath in. And out. From there, we repeat this theme of balance. Stepping in now to that right standing foot. Come onto the ball of your left. Hands stay at heart as your left knee rises, draws out to the left, and lands on the inner seam of the right thigh. So you'll make adjustments either above the thigh, underneath the knee, just not on the knee joint. If balance is tricky, again, toes to mat, heel towards the inner seam of the shin or the ankle there. Find your shape, whatever that looks like. And think about hands to heart, while that left knee draws more to left side of the room, getting a nice opening through the hips. Standing tall, finding one point of balance, or focus rather, as you balance. For 3, breathing for 2, and 1. Draw your knee in with control, slowly land. Give the legs a bit of a shake. Step back into that left standing foot now, right toes. Come to the right knee to chest, take the knee wide, let the foot land. Make your adjustments, above or below the knee, just not on the knee joint. And then stand tall, soften shoulders. Find your breath. Sending that right knee off to the right. For 3, embracing the wobbles and the shakes. 2, 1 more in, and out. Well done. Knee to chest slowly, and then release the foot to mat. Gives the legs a bit of a shake. Well done. And we'll come right back to the top of the mat. Lift your arms up, and bend knees and fold straight back down. Exhale. Take a halfway lift. Inhale, breath. Hands land, step back, downward facing dog. Exhale. And slowly lower your knees to the mat. Hips towards your heels, and then take legs out in front. The knees will bend. And the arms reach forward as you slowly lower all the way down onto the mat. Then walk your feet in a little closer towards you. Take your left ankle to the top of your right thigh. Your toes flex to protect that left knee. And then through the hole that you've created here, take your left arm through. Grab either the outside of the right knee or back of your right thigh. Interlace your fingers, lengthen the back of your neck, and squeeze that right knee in towards your chest so that you get a little more opening through the outer seam of that left hip. And find a slow, steady breath in and out of your nose. Two more. One more in and out. And then slowly release the grip of the hands from that right leg, and you'll straighten your right leg to the sky. If this is too much, just release that left leg, take it long, and you'll interlace behind. Otherwise, keep the ankle outside of the right leg, and then start to walk your hands up the back of the calf. You might reach the ankle, you might reach the foot. You might be staying somewhere around the back of the knee. Think about flexing toes as the heel lifts. Head and shoulders rise, chin to chest. Take a big breath in. And then slowly release hands and legs to mat. Breath out. Bend back through that right knee, land your right foot. And then continue that cross, left knee over your right. Arms reach nice and wide as you now find a twist over to the right side. If that ankle cross is too much, you might release. You might even just take both knees on top of one another. Maybe the gaze towards the left, to the ceiling, or over to your right. Take 2 breaths. One more. And then slowly return back through center, uncross the legs. And take the opposite side, right ankle, top of left knee. Through the hole, reach towards the outer edge of the left knee or back of left thigh. And sending your right knee towards the front of the room, toes to face. And that left leg can just hang heavy. Breathing. Paying more fully attention, more of your attention, right onto the breath as it rises and falls. Take one more in, one out. And then release the grip. Again, your 2 options. Either leg reaches up, hands slide up as you grab the back of the calf, the shin, the foot. Or if it's too much, let that right leg be long, interlace behind left leg. Whichever variation you're finding, please find that. Can you soften the shoulders away from your ears? Heel to ceiling, toes to face. And then slowly release. Take left foot back to mat. Continue the cross of your right knee. Arms reach wide. You might shuffle the hips a little more to the right as you now find your twists. Both knees to the left, maybe the gaze to the right, to the ceiling or over to your left. Really slowing everything right down here. Landing, settling, softening. Take 3 more breaths. One more in. And out. Back through center. Release the legs, hug both knees back into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze here. Your forehead in towards your knees as you round and curl into a little ball. And then release the legs. And the head and shoulders down, palms face down. The legs reach up to the ceiling. The toes towards your face. Now you might have a softer bend to the knees, or the legs might be straight. Might feel nice to take the arms over your head. Maybe they meet a part of the body. Close down the eyes and just let the gravity do the work here. As you let everything settle and soften. Just take 5 deep breaths. As you finish your last breath, slowly bend your knees, land both legs to the mat, and turn your hands beside the body, maybe a little wider, fingers curling in towards you, shoulders soften, find your Shavasana. The body really open up now to receive the ultimate act of surrender. And they say that our inner light shines brightest when we're at peace with ourselves and the world around us. We let go of the need to control, and we let go of the struggle. We allow ourselves to be and breathe just as we are. Finding that here. Body's heavy, the mind is awake, the breath is effortless. Once you are ready, start to deepen your breath. Find some movement through the fingers, the hands, the toes, and feet. You sway your head left and right. And hug knees into chest. Make your way to your right side. Take your palm out in front. And slowly, gently, maybe keeping your eyes closed if you can, make your way to the seat. Hands in front of the heart. Be setting an intention to take this space to you for the rest of your day today. Once you're ready, bow forward. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.